Let's move on to something a lot happier on this Sunday. Later this month, the best and brightest will compete in this year's Miss Wheelchair America in Maryland. This unique pageant offers women the chance to educate and advocate for more than 52 million Americans with disabilities. And Miss Wheelchair California Shannon Coe with us this morning.
Good morning.
First and foremost, I got to ask you, the world or the nation pageant is coming up in just a week, right?
Yes, it's going to be from July 21st to 27th.
So given that we're just 8 days away,
yes.
You a little nervous at the moment?
There are moments I get nervous because I'm thinking, oh my goodness, you know, this is like I'm going to be going representing California, and I want to do my best, you know, and I want to show how great our state is. And so for me, I'm a little nervous because, you know, it's my first pageant in terms of like a week's worth of, you know, people judging you and things like that, and how you interact with the contestants. So I'm a little nervous, but I'm calm at times, you know, when I feel like, you know, I think I could do it, I could do it.
And you won Miss Wheelchair California back in March.
Yes, I did.
Now, you said that was the first pageant. Was that your first pageant?
That was my first pageant, but it was one evening, you know, versus the next pageant is going to be like a week's worth.
So why go into pageants?
Well, first, honestly, I didn't actually want it to be in a pageant because, you know, I've always been an advocate. And then I actually met Miss Wheelchair California in 2007, and she told me that being Miss Wheelchair California is not about a beauty pageant. It's about advocating for people with disabilities, and, you know, representing your community and having a voice in the community and expressing, you know, especially for women, you know, we don't have the, you know, the image of being confident and beautiful and, you know, and just being a mentor. So you know, when she told me that I could like speak on, you know, at the Capitol and just encourage people with disabilities to just, you know, to excel, to become leaders, it's like that just really inspired me, and that's why I joined. What
is the message you want to get out right now that you're advocating?
Well, there's several things I'm advocating, but one is education, another is I encourage people with disabilities to just travel abroad. I was a Peace Corps volunteer, and I really enjoy my experiences going abroad and teaching, you know, other people with and without disabilities, that people with disabilities are capable, that we are educated, and that we are really, you know, just confident. And I actually was
This is video of you in Paraguay, was it?
Yes, I was a Peace Corps volunteer in Paraguay, and I worked with Special Olympics. So this was the day we were handing out awards and, you know, just inspiring these athletes to do their best.
And do you really feel like when you do something like this, Peace Corps in Paraguay, that you can make a difference?
Oh yes, yes. I changed one. You know, people when they see me wheeling around, you know, the site where I live is really awful. It has cobblestones. It has there's nothing accessible. So for me, I was able to go around, and then everyone's like really impressed that, wow, a woman with a disability. I live by myself. I cook. I clean. You know, and they've never seen that before. And it's just like they're like, you know, they say, "Que guapa," how hardworking you are. You know, I go to work. You know, and these are things that they don't see people with disabilities do in society. You know, they oftentimes they're stuck at home because they can't go anywhere.
We only have about 10 seconds left, but for you, have you ever seen your wheelchair as a hindrance?
No. No.
And is that the important message to get out to anybody with a disability?
Yes. I mean, you can do anything, you know. It's what's really a disability is in the mind. If you feel like you can't do something, you know, whether you have a wheelchair or not, you're not going to be able to do it. But if I always have the thought that, you know, even though I'm in a wheelchair, I'm going to do everything I can in my life, the best that I can, and then, you know, hope for the best and not to be scared.
And you are an inspiration of that very message, Shannon Coe. Best of luck next week.
Thank you so much.
Don't be too nervous.
I won't. I'll try not to be.
Thanks again, Shannon Coe this morning, Miss Wheelchair California. Now, still to come.